Alright, this is a 2-hour chart of AAPL. I got a lot of people really liking my my 2-hour update, but some people, don't understand what this blue line is. It's what I call my power check. And let me explain. So let me go to my stream first, Power Trick or Trade here. And this is the chart that I posted, Power Trick or Trade. Okay, so you can see that, you see the views, lots of likes, people. So I decided to do a video. Let's go to the video, people. Power Trick or Trade here. So basically this is what one of the screens I looked at, one of my visionary line screens that I look at. And, Apple, let's go to the daily chart here. Apple was kind of stuck in this, chop zone area back in September and October, and we had time frame alignment. Now we don't have time frame alignment, but what we do have is the 2-hour chart was the first one to give the sign before any other. Remember, the really strong points of this is when the stock gets above the 115, 116 area. However, you see, this visionary line here tracks the momentum of where the stock price should be. You notice it doesn't drop, and it acts as a resistance, okay? And it starts to drop eventually. But this particular line, simply waiting to buy above that line, you would have avoided a lot of false signals. There were, little mini trends and all that, but you see, we had that reversal. We couldn't get above that. Boom, we dropped, right? But all of a sudden, on Friday, many people were calling for Apple to go down. Doing a lot of guessing. People, these people don't know what they're talking about. I explain the facts, Power Trick or Trade. This is the facts, man. Look at this. We closing. Let's zoom in here. Closing. These are 2-hour bars above the blue line. It's a fundamental shift that has not occurred in a long time since the flash crash. Here's the flash crash. December 8th, we start falling below, right around here. Well, actually, you know what? To be honest with you now, I look at this, it's really December the 5th. December the 8th was correct, but it was really December the 5th, people. Anyways, doesn't really matter. The point is, and since that time, we never had the power to confirm through this line. And this line did a good job too, and it won't track that far, but I assure you, we couldn't hold above it. And then on earnings day, to simplify things, on earnings day, we open up, we hold above, and we start moving. And so my point being is that we're already doing this on the 2-hour chart. That has not been Apple has broke below this particular powerful support trend line theoretically, and if finally, based on this is calculating based on this point to this point, that we are in a more bullish zone. And so there you have the Apple special video Apple update. And my feelings is that, this stock here should be much, much higher. But honestly, we got to get above this 115, 116 area. We need to see the power. And I think the power is going to come. The pattern is there. And this stock here, people are guessing. But you know what the pattern says? The pattern says this should go to 128, 130, 136, depending on which time frame we go on. But the stock is still underpriced at $130 a share for the money to make. I mean, if this stock can't rally, well, it's not good for the market. But, anyways, forget about all that, the odds favor what they favor. The time has come for this to be a super mover again. Earnings is upon us, and we have some positive signs that we never even had back on the negative times here. This theoretically is like the negative times of Apple, like over here, people. This is what I'm trying to say based on my analysis that I look at. And this particular moving average that I look at, okay, forget about the 200-day. Obviously, like, I look at a lot of things. Okay, so here's my moving average screen. But what's the 200-day tell us? It's telling us that the stock is very high above the price. But by the time it violates this line, it would be very negative. Moving averages are gonna tell you certain things. You know, they don't show the resistance, and there's certain things that they can't show what my visionary lines show. It's a unique system. And I'm not going to go into the system, but what I'm going to just point out is, again, on my 2-hour chart, this has not happened in a very, very long time, based on when we closed above it here and back above it here. And you notice this doesn't just drop down with the price. It drops down based on the history of the price. It's something more advanced. It's more tracking momentum, and we are now back in the momentum zone. And now all we need is all time frame alignments to align for us to get the huge move higher, which I believe we're going to be on track to the good old days of the rally since the crappy flat crash flash, so we can get a good month or two of nice trending prices and making lots of money in options. All we need Apple to do is really to confirm. Everything else is a guess, but what I'm saying in this update, it's a good sign. Thanks for listening. Like the video. Power Took Trade here.